in this Python program, which I created by using Anaconda. So this is part of an assignment that I created for Skyfi Labs, where I used Jupyter Notebook, which is tremendously helpful in creating machine language programming. Where you could see here that I have imported Panda SPD. So this is what imported Panda SPD. You can just scroll by using your mouse, just control left click, where you can zoom in and zoom out. And you could see there's this import command that I have imported a library of pandas, and I'm calling that as a variable PD. So whenever I use PD, it is a short form of pandas which I have imported. So here you could see that when I run this, you could see it's been imported because I'm not receiving any other errors. So it's done. Then here on the next line, I have typed a code here like I would like to read a file here called earning.csv. This is a file which I'm going to use for my machine learning here. So once you click this command, then you could see that PD is, as I mentioned earlier, it's about the pandas. I'm reading a CSV file which is in that location, and it would give me a file here like, look at that. So this is the surname, credit score, geography, gender, age, and estimate salary of people who are holding a who are having a credit account by using their based on their geography, gender, and age. So that's this, and it'll be like they're having a huge number of rows and columns here. So look at that, and I'm also importing k-means, because that's an algorithm of machine learning algorithm that I would like to use in this tutorial. And I'm going to use the pandas. Then I'm going to import the min-max color to normalize my content. Then the matplot library is used to plot your output into a graph. That's what whenever I use PLT, it's called the matplot library. PD is panda, min-max color is pre-processing for normalizing, and k-means is an algorithm that machine learning algorithm that we're going to use for clustering. So after that, once it's done, right, now I'm going to assign the the opened earning file into a variable called df. Now it's done. Now df is loaded. Now after I click this, you can, when I type df, then Python will show exactly what is the data now inside df. Now see from column 0 to the 230 columns I have here. So then I would like to plot the chart by taking only two features, which are age and estimated salary, from this chart. Look at that. Yeah, so this is what the plot we got here by using the age and credit score. And look at that, age and credit score. It's not estimated salary, it's age and credit score. Look at that, but the numbers here are 3 digits and 2 digits. We have normalized it. Anyway, so that's what happens the initial stage when you do this by typing that columns. And I'm trying to do some clusters. I'm going to choose 3 clusters by using the k-means algorithm. So those 3 clusters, that it takes an iteration of 300 times, and I'm going to apply the k-fit predicted into y predicted variable, and that variable will be displayed here like array 0, 0, 1, 1, 2. So there are 3 clusters. That's why we get 0, 1, and 2. Okay, so there are 3 clusters we used. So based upon the classification, it divides the entire data into 3 and store them as 0, 1, and 2. Right. And here we have df cluster. I'm going to show you how the headings will be there. So when you type this head, it shows only after 5 data, or first 5 data of your table. So this is how it is. Now look at the cluster here, 0, 0, 2, 0, 1. So there is a new column which is added to the existing table. That's why which called the name is df cluster. And under that feature name, or under that call name, I'm going to add the y predicted, which is this value. That's how we got this here. And in order to test that, I will just given here df.head, and we got 5 data. Right. Then here I'm going to as per the clusters here 0, 1, and 2, I'm going to assign some color for green for cluster 1, and red for cluster 2, and black for cluster 3. Based upon the age and credit score, I'm going to x and y axis, I'm going to plot a table here. Yeah, it's a chart which is plotted. Now you could see the numbers over here, the plotter. Yeah, age and credit score, but still the the values are having a huge difference. It's ended by 60, but it starts by 400 something like that. So I would like to normalize them so both of these values falls under the same criteria. So once I've done this, I'm going to take this to credit score and age, and I'm going to normalize them. Now you could see there credit score and age. They both are normalized. Yeah, under normalized, it's something like you take the data and convert them into 0 to 1. It's called normalized. And here cluster 3, and again I'm going to predict them all. So yeah, we create an array. Then I'm going to apply the append that array into the existing table. I could see in the existing table we added a new array there. Yeah, so let's see that. Wait. Now I'm going to apply. Now this is the way we can identify what are the portion of the clusters that we used here. So there are 3 clusters. These are the portions. And let's now draw the plot because everything is normalized. And I given markers, zeros, and what's the label for each plot. And here you get that's it, cluster 1, 2, 3, and this is the centroid you got for all 3 clusters. So it's normalized now. It's from 0 to 1 and 0 to 1. So this is a good way of doing things there. So now I would like to show you what were the what are the clusters that I just took so far. So the cluster positions, and now this is the way I can verify how my cluster would be. This k-means. So this is an elbow technique where you could see it's like it starts from there. So the elbow point starts 2 or 3. It means like if you use only 2 clusters or 3 clusters, you can get a good output after that. So I prefer to go with 3 clusters. So it's like that. So this way I verified that okay, 3 cluster is a good method, and this is what I learned from my Sky Labs, and I learned this from Skyfi Labs, where Skyfi Labs, where you should learn from Skyfi Labs, where you have machine learning using Python. So that's really helpful in making this learning this machine learning algorithm. Yeah, thank you guys, and please keep learning.